Have you tried doing many different things to heal as an empath, but you still find yourself suffering with ailment after ailment? Or do you find you are not dealing with any type of stress? If you answered yes, you are certainly not alone. Many empaths are constantly working on their mind, body, and spirit, in the aim to find balance, but still struggle both with being a human and with being an empath. As I always say, we are all different. What one empath needs to heal is not what another needs. Even if we have identical symptoms, it doesn't mean we need the same healing modality. For one empath, using crystals to heal was enough, for another a change of diet worked. But some empaths try literally everything to find balance, and still struggle with issues either physically, mentally, or spiritually. If you are a regular reader of my blog, you will probably already know that I like to address the many different issues that can weaken us as empaths. Because, in this world, there are many. Experiencing the physical and emotional energy of other people can take its toll, especially when we have been physically weakened by one of the many toxins out there in our environment. But there is one thing that will prevent us as empaths from healing. Before we get to that, could I ask you to take a moment to like and subscribe to this channel? This will help get these videos into the feeds of those empaths who need to see the information. Thank you. Okay, so one thing that will prevent an empath from healing is a faulty limbic system. When the limbic system is not functioning as it should, not only does it mean we won't handle any type of stress, but we will likely suffer one illness after another. Now, I realize you have probably already heard of the limbic system. I have touched on it both in books and articles, but you may not be too familiar with the role it plays in our lives as empaths. So, here is a little explanation. The limbic system is a complex set of structures located in our midbrain, known as the feeling or reactive brain. It manages our empath emotional responses. For example, the pleasure you may experience when feeling happy is your limbic system at work, as it is when you are feeling anger or fear, whether that be your own, or the emotions you pick up in others. These emotional reactions then activate the endocrine system to release the necessary hormones, like the pleasure hormones or stress hormones. This is all well and good when the limbic system is operating properly. However, in many empaths, this is not always the case. A lot of us sensitive folk assume that we don't react well to certain stress triggers because we are simply too sensitive, and it is just something we have to live with. And for some, this could very well be the case, but something we have to take into consideration is that our sensitivity to external emotional energy could actually be worsened by having a broken limbic system. More often than not, this limbic system damage is caused without us even realizing. So, if after trying many ways to balance your mind, body, and spirit, and you have not healed, or if you really struggle with empath life, this has to be a consideration. When your limbic system is faulty, you will have an overreactive stress response to things that other empaths just don't react to. It will influence your mood from day to day, and determine how you show up in any type of relationship. Obviously, we don't just want to resign ourselves to a life without hope of healing emotionally or physically. The good news is there is something that can be done to repair the limbic system. Something really quite simple. And here are 7 ways you could do that. 1. Make some simple dietary changes. I have covered this topic many times over the years. I have even written a book on the subject for empaths. And this is for very good reason, because the diet really can make us or break us. Many people have found they healed from physical ailments just by removing certain foods from their diet. This is a vast subject, hence the book I wrote. But if, for example, you eat food that has no right being in your body, it can eventually lead to many problems of the body and mind, and indeed the limbic system. Every system in the body is connected to each other. So, for one empath, eating a certain food might give them irritable bowel or stomach problems, another might get migraines, and another might have depression or intense mood swings. As I said, this is a vast subject, so I will leave links to posts below. 2. Avoid mold and toxins. Mold is toxic to all humans, especially when living within a moldy environment, which many people are without realizing. Mold is often lurking in places you don't look, between walls or behind electrical appliances. Keep your eyes peeled for it. Mold really can play havoc with the limbic system, and thus your emotional and physical health as an empath. Also, toxins are everywhere, especially in personal care and cleaning products, and they can play havoc with our empath health. However, unlike with mold, we can easily remove many of these toxins from our life. Perhaps start by using organic skin and hair products. It doesn't have to cost a fortune either. I use coconut oil, not only in my cooking but as my moisturizer for my face and body. It can even be used as a hair treatment or for teeth brushing. Works a treat. 3. Still the mind. This is also something I have written about many times over the years, because it is so important for empaths, or anyone of a sensitive nature. When we calm our mind, through practices such as meditation, it will go a long way towards healing our body, mind and limbic system. I will leave links below for more information. 4. Do the right type of exercise. When we are imbalanced, in any which way, exercise is often the last thing we have energy for. But this is a big mistake. Exercise can have a profoundly positive impact on our stress levels and our health. But there is a trick here. Start short and build up. The right type of exercise can help produce more human growth hormone, which has many benefits for empaths. I say the right type of exercise because the wrong type can do more damage than good. Generally, the wrong type will be extreme sports or just doing exercise for too long. Keep it short and sweet. Dancing to your favorite music is exercise, as is walking, swimming, and yoga. Start off with 5 to 10 minutes, then build up. If you get fatigued, cut back. Believe it or not, you can get a great workout done in 4 minutes. Look up Tabata workouts online. 5. Balance electromagnetic frequency exposure. This is becoming more and more of a problem, without many empaths even realizing how much it is impacting them. I know it is virtually impossible to avoid EMF, so we have to mitigate the damage done. This is where regular grounding comes in. Grounding, where we connect to the earth, has so many incredible benefits and is so healing. It is also free. If you are not already doing it, now is the time to start. I have got a post discussing the subject which I will link to below. 6. Try emotional freedom technique. Emotional freedom technique also falls under the umbrella term of limbic retraining. Basically, it is known to rewire the brain in a positive way. EFT is so simple to do and serves many purposes. It is particularly good to do at bedtime, especially if you struggle with sleep or when in any stressful situation. I have left a post below giving more details on the emotional freedom technique. In conclusion, the aforementioned are ways to help rebalance the limbic system. However, it is not medical advice. If you are struggling with suspected autoimmune condition or other health issues, try the above techniques, but also see a healthcare provider who can offer tests for nutrient imbalances, toxins, or hormonal issues. I say have tests because being given medication can sometimes do more harm than good, especially if you are an empath who has been misdiagnosed. Sadly, being an empath is not very often something that is straightforward. It is often work, and more work. But the hurdles we get to overcome are something not many other people will get to experience. As long as we are pushing towards evolvement and asking the right questions, we will always find ourselves getting the answers. Hope this helps on your journey. Until next time.